Hello people, my name is Moni. I am current AIBP Finance and I am here to explain to you the 1718 Roadmap Project, foundational on the 100% implementation of finance standards. The first thing is, why do we have finance standards? So the main reason is we want to ensure that financial and legal sustainability is accomplished in our organization, and that actually starts by us knowing what to do and how to do it. So we have 6 finance standards: legality, accounting, reporting, budgeting, auditing, and sustainability. And the first thing is to understand that you can't do much unless you're legal. And by legal, we mean from being legally registered as ISEC, to having a bank account, to having a legal representative, to actually using proper visas. As well, the second part of it comes in this beautiful cycle of actually doing a budget, doing proper accounting and following the accounting principles, and doing reporting. Only when you're doing these 3 in a cyclical level, we will be able to manage our financial information, ensure that we're using the resources appropriately, and also take better decisions. Finally, at the end of the year, we would have external audit. So we're hoping for an unqualified external audit. That is the one that is actually where the auditor is saying, hey, what is presented in the financial statements is actually consistent. We will have this over the years. So you will see here that we have again the same cycle of budgeting, accounting, and reporting, and then at the end the audit, until we actually use this, where is the sustainability. So you will see that sustainability is not actually a 1-year period thing, but it's actually something that you achieve through time when we have certain criteria. So why do we want to be legal? Then first of all, is one of our core values is to demonstrate integrity, and by also it means by complying with the rules, making sure that we have proper visas, and here's the extended list on what is the legality being taken care of, and then you will find in the PPT as well. Each one of the criteria has its explanation. Then for accounting, so the first thing with accounting is that you need a double entry bookkeeping software, but don't worry, we will look into that in another video coming right up for the IT tool foundational project. Basically, we also need to ensure that there's an alignment between accounting and budget, and that we generate financial statements once a year, and that we archive all documentation physically or virtually. Great. So in here again, you will find all of the checklists super explained. Then we have reporting. So with reporting, we're all talking about how is it that we're managing our information and taking our decisions. So we're talking about making sure that we have monthly reporting of executed budget for incomes and expenses. And this is super important because usually entities are only reporting on the expense execution, but we don't really measure our income goals. So how are we knowing how we can execute our expenses if we don't really know if the money that should be coming in is coming in and we're not adjusting it? And that we actually store the reports. So in here, the thing that we're using is that LCs should report to the MC monthly. LCVP Finance should report monthly to the EV. And there also should be a reporting from the MCVP Finance to all the MC on a budget execution for incomes and expenses every month. And then quarterly, we should present by the EV of the LC to the local plenary of the LC as well. MC should report as well quarterly to the national plenary of the LCPs. And then as well, as of now, we're looking at entity filling the GFV survey quarterly with LCs and MCs. Then we have the budgeting standard. So in here it explains what is it that we consider a good budget. So yeah, it should be translated into months. It should have exchange goals that are then translated into income targets approved by the board before the period starts. So just like one of here my key things or my key advices is don't forget that planning is not over until you're done with planning as well your budget. That you're planning in profit, and as well if you haven't adapted for EP Spain unapproved, here's the moment. If you haven't adapted that prices are aligning your entity, here's the moment. And anything that is over 50% of an LC budget or 20% of an MC budget should have a separate detailed budget. All of the explanations you can find there as well. And then finally we have audit, where we talk about the unqualified external audit, financial internal audit, and legal internal audit. That is explained right there. Finally, for sustainability, which is actually one of my favorite standards and one of my core values, and guess what, also a core value for ISEC. In the ISEC way, we have the different levels of sustainability, where we're talking about product profitability. We're talking about how is the core performance, so how much of our incomes is actually coming from our core, that is exchange. How liquid are we in our entities, if we're doing risk assessment and managing. And then there's a separate course on that for risk assessment and management, and we're working in a tool for that. And then as well, sustainability is also ensuring that we have qualified pipeline, and then for that is as well ensuring that we're fulfilling team standards, that conferences are sustainable, and that we have an education cycle for LCBPs. All of the explanation again is there. And then thank you very much for watching this very short video, and I hope that you really read at the PPT and start asking yourselves, how am I ensuring 100% of finance standard implementation? Bye!